Not really sure why everybody has to get on social media and bitch that it's Monday. I mean, we know what day of the week it is. It was Sunday yesterday. Pretty sure today was going to be Monday. And I've been there where you kind of hate your job and you don't want to go into the office on Monday. But you know, you're only making it worse for yourself and you're making it worse for others. So cheers, have a great day. I'm going to love today. I'm loving today because I ate a bunch of really delicious brisket last night and there's a lot of leftovers. Mondays aren't so bad. Come say hello. Happy Monday. That's the white shirt that doesn't work. Still bitter. Let's be real. You all knew where I was. I go to the grocery store like every day. Love it. Tonight I'm going to talk about food safety, leftovers, and your refrigerator. So we all love leftovers. We probably all have leftovers. I know I love leftovers. Hey look, new records. But it's really important in your refrigerator where you store them. Because the most important thing is we never want anyone to get sick. So I'm going to make myself a quick brisket sandwich. And then we'll get into why you should put your leftovers here and not down here. That was a great dinner. Now that that's over with, back to talking about leftovers. Question. Would you store raw meat on your salad? Would you put a raw chicken breast on some blueberries? No, of course not. That's just stupid. Nobody in their right mind would ever do that. But maybe you do and you don't even know it. So two things we know at the start. Meat can make you sick because of the microorganisms in them if it's not cooked, and all meat has liquid and is juicy, and that juice can make you sick. So we need to be conscious of where we store our raw meat so the meat liquid doesn't rain down and make us sick. See what I did there? So now let's take another look at our refrigerator. Biggest rule of the refrigerator, anything raw needs to go in the bottom level here so the juices can't drip down on top of your food that you're not going to cook, like up here. So rule number one, raw meat gets its own shelf on the bottom of your refrigerator. But wait, I don't have any raw meat. Why is there nothing there? I love chicken, and this is where I would store my raw chicken. And let's say I had chicken in here yesterday and I didn't clean it, and some of the chicken juices dripped onto the bottom of the shelf. Now I come home from work after a long day of complaining about Mondays. I reach into the shelf. I drag my container across the bottom of the shelf of my cooked food. So we have roughly a 100% chance that there is raw chicken meat on the bottom of my container. Here I set it on my clean cutting board. Maybe I slide it over. I open it up. Then I take my super delicious leftovers. I need to cut it. So I set it on my cutting board. Bam! You're sick for the next week. You didn't even know. I know it's kind of funny to joke about it now, but in reality, this happens every day, all over the place. And, you know, typically I wouldn't even heat this up. I would just eat it cold. Which is what leads me to my next point about leftovers. How do we heat them? I'm telling you this with 100% certainty. Cooking raw meat in the microwave is a big no-no. You cannot sterilize food in a microwave. All of the microwave meals that you buy and you cook, that food is pre-cooked and it's micro-tested before it's sent to your house. So that food is even safe to eat frozen. So if you're questioning the safety of your food and if you need to heat it so you don't get sick, it has to be done on the stove or in the oven. And then you would have to cook the food back up to the original safe cooking temperatures to ensure that you've killed what other pathogens you might have put on your food. So if you take my advice and you separate where your raw meat goes and then your food that you don't necessarily have to cook goes, you'll never have that problem because there's no cross-contamination. I know it sounds like a lot of work and you dedicate a lot of space in your refrigerator to kind of contain that meat, but getting sick from raw meat can be a very, very bad thing. Salmonella and E. coli are two very, very nasty bugs, and I just want all my Snapchat friends to stay safe and healthy, so just be conscious what touches raw meat. Had a really good question from one of my Snapchat friends, Christy. Great account, so while I answer that, go follow her account. And Christy's question was, how do you know when your leftovers have gone bad? 2 points I want to make about this question. Number one, So assuming that your food was cooked to the proper temperature and was safe, and it was stored properly, not on your meat shelf, your food is always going to be safe to eat. So fear not, no matter how funky it may taste or smell, you're not going to get sick. That's important. But nobody wants to eat rotten or bad tasting food. Except for maybe that guy. A lot of that guy tonight. So it comes down to three things. If it looks okay and you don't see any mold or weird stuff growing on it, then give it a quick smell for any off odors. As bacteria grows, it releases enzymes, which causes odors to be released that don't smell good. Then, if we cooked it properly, stored it properly, it looks okay, smells okay, we taste it. So no real hard and fast rule for me on timing of leftovers. Just kind of look at it, smell it, and then taste it. And if you cooked it properly, you're good. So another big thank you again to Christy for her question. Really great question. Everyone go follow her account. Really good stuff. And keep your questions coming. Who knows? Maybe I'll pick yours tomorrow night.